So this is what $600,000 per month rents you here in Aspen, Colorado. Now at $600,000 per month, this is easily one of the most expensive rentals in Aspen, let alone the entire world most likely. Now when you get to the point where you can spend $600,000 per month on a rental, it's critical to keep your personal and business information private and secure while online. And that is where SurfShark comes in, the sponsor of this week's episode. SurfShark is a VPN, or virtual private network, that keeps you safe and private, basically covering up everything that you do online. They say that using a VPN is a lot like wearing pants. When you go outside, all the important stuff stays private and secure. Now, in the case of someone renting this $600,000 per month home, you can feel safe and secure, even accessing your bank information on public Wi-Fi. Just be sure to check if your bank's website allows usage of a VPN beforehand, especially when I'm here home in New York City, riding the subway on public Wi-Fi or rushing through an airport on the way to film one of these listing videos. In today's world, it has actually never become more honestly necessary to use a VPN, especially when these things right here, they're listening and they're even watching. It is the peace of mind alone that is worth it, knowing that my information is safe, secure, and protected. No one's looking at what I'm looking at while I'm online. And SurfShark is hooking it up. I've got a special offer for my viewers. If you use the coupon code Eric Van Conover, you get an extra 3 months for free, which is also linked down below in the description of the video. They also have a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. Huge thanks again to SurfShark for not only sponsoring this video, but keeping my private information private on the internet. And with that, let's head back to Colorado and get a look at this. I mean, look at this listing. Now, as far as stats on the home, we have 9 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, just over 15,000 square feet of interior living space, situated on 6.5 acres of prime real estate, nestled into this valley with Roaring Fork River going through the backyard. I mean, take a look around. We are in a winter wonderland, and this is why people flock to Aspen. Now, as far as the architecture of this house, it's that traditional mountain lodge style with a slight Victorian touch. If you notice the approach to the home, we have this beautiful steeple architecture with almost that Victorian era look to it. So the home was built in the late 1990s, but it has an 1890s feeling. You even have a sheet metal roof, complete with the sandstone going up the chimney. And again, that steeple. I love the steeple. It really makes it unique from your typical mountain home. We've got a wraparound porch going around the entire structure. And on the property, we have not one, but 3 structures here. There's also an in-ground pool, like I mentioned. There's the river behind the property on 6.5 acres of land, which is a big plot of land for this neighborhood. And making our way into the home through these double doors, I'm gonna get right to it. It is the sheer size and scale of this house, along with the price, that makes it truly something special. Welcome to your great room with 35-foot high vaulted ceilings. And behind me are 20-foot tall glass doors, which fully open up the great room, leading out to your back terrace with that view of the mountain range, the valley, the creek in the distance, and all of your land. This house really is built for a family. Just breaking down that price, $600,000 per month. Say you had 20 of your closest friends and family, you would all still be paying $30,000 per person to stay in this house. Starting with the ceiling heights, if you look up, you can see just the sheer size of the beam running down the entire length of the house, fixed right there in the center, and then that gradual slope down to these 20-foot windows here, which perfectly frame the mountain range in the distance. We're facing east, so you have sunlight flooding in here in the morning. The morning light is something else, which then brings us to this feature here. This was renovated and they ripped out this wall, added this glass here to let in the sunlight through the rest of the house. And on that second level there, Then right in the center of the great room, we've got your fireplace. You can see the scale of this with these 3 natural cut large pieces of stone here, and then the woodwork running up the chimney. It's truly one of those rooms where when I walked in here, I was kind of in disbelief at just the sheer scale of this. Another cool architectural element, transom windows. You can see right now the sun is actually just beaming in through those windows here. So the use of light in this home is another architectural element that you'll find throughout the entire space. And this is really a family home. Imagine a long day on the slopes, you come back here. How comfortable does this look? And there never is really a moment throughout the entire day where there isn't light in this room. If you notice behind me, you can even see the skylight in the stairwell, which then can beam in through those glass walls into this great room. It feels, man, it feels like a church almost. It has that grand old world feeling that is kind of lost nowadays in architecture. So off of your great room, this is the listening room, where we have these velvet green curtains surrounding the entire room to really elevate the sound quality in the space. Record player right in the center here, with 8 of these comfortable chairs to really just come in here and lose yourself to your favorite tunes. And making our way back out, you have that theme again of the glass walls to let in the light even into the listening room. Then on the other side, we have a nice wet bar here, with a kind of vintage glass on the backsplash. Right off of your wet bar, we have your dining room with this elongated table with seating for 16 of your closest family and friends. And then again, you have that terrace running along the entire stretch of the property. This all opens up, especially in the fall and the summertime. You can really have the indoor-outdoor living here. I want to show this. So you have your listening room, which connects to the dining room, and then this also connects to that main entrance hallway, so you can see just the sheer size and perspective of the house. But now I'm going to take you to the good stuff, the kitchen. So this is the pantry. Again, the scale of it, like the rest of the house, it's huge. 15,000 square feet is really interesting because recently they passed a permit where you can no longer build above 10,000 square feet in Aspen. So this house, 15,000 square feet, this is grandfathered in. So a house like this could never be built again. We're now in the kitchen / informal dining space. Center island here, front and center. We've got the stainless steel in the backsplash, giving it that kind of industrial chef feeling. We've got the white on the countertops, the cabinetry here floating above. And then I want to mention again, this all opens up. So during those warmer months, you can have your food out on the terrace here and really take in the land. Then off of your dining room and kitchen, we have the family room with this see-through gas fireplace. How cool is this? So you can actually see framed in the fireplace the aspens in the background. And actually, let's go outside really quick because I want to show you this. So now you can see the other side of that fireplace. And if we pop the drone in the air, down below, you have all these hiking paths and the creek. You can hear the sound of the water running, the snow-covered rocks as the sun rises over the mountains in the east. Again, the nature is really why people come out to Aspen. It's like a little oasis hidden in the mountains here. What mountain home wouldn't be complete without a hot tub that fits at least like 20 people here? Then you've got your grill station. So this is a continuation of the kitchen area. Let's go on back inside. So off of this kind of family area, and I would call this the family area, it's a bit more modest than the great room and definitely a bit more livable. But off of this, we have a little home office. And then this is that connecting hallway, which I'm gonna take you down. You can actually see now the lower level and then the stairwell leading up. And now we're gonna make our way down the hallway, which I wanna point out is a double width hallway. So it's really from here that you can see the sheer size and proportions of this house. And in the hallway here, we have some powder rooms off to the side. Take a little peek in there. I love that tile flooring. Then right off of the powder room, this is the den / library area. We've got the wood paneling on the walls. Nice view outside, letting in that light and that bounce off of the snow here. Big flat screen on the wall. There is no shortage in this house of just space to isolate. It's the type of place where you could be here with your family and friends and like not see someone for like the entire week. And here's another view of the entrance. Look how beautiful this is. The view into the great room through this glass wall, the main foyer entrance area. It's really from back here in the hallway where you have the frame of how large the mountain is in that window with that parallax effect. Just the mountains in the great room. Crazy architecture. But we're gonna head now up the stairs to the second level of the house. Stairwell is framed in that wrought iron with the glass leading up to the landing on the second floor. And this is the shot now. So we have that view down from the second floor into your great room with those 35-foot high ceilings, and just look how the light is playing off the space. And then I mentioned that we have a skylight in the stairwell letting in that sunset light into the entire space. But behind me here, this is the owner's suite, separate from the rest of the bedrooms, as you'll see. And we're technically now in the steeple of the house. And this is the owner's bedroom. Right into the steeple here. Tons of sunlight flooding in, high ceilings. Off of the sleeping area, you actually have a little side terrace here. And from this view, you can actually see the gondola going up and down the mountain, people off in the distance getting their first early morning runs in. And it's really from this view that you can see how close you are to not only the mountain, but also downtown. So coming back on in from our views, we have a nice desk here framed perfectly with this little window where you have the logs on the outside of the cabin, snow on the rooftop, pines. It really is such a serene place to do creative work or just unwind. I could imagine sitting here, journaling, writing a script. Then you've got a little sitting area with a TV leading into the owner's bathroom with this awesome freestanding tub going with that Victorian theme mixed with that mountain feeling. I love that. With the stainless steel faucet, you've got a steam shower, dual vanity. Out of the owner's bathroom, heading back out to that main foyer area, we have a laundry on the second floor. Just in case you don't want to go down to the lower level, washer, dryer, sink, room to fold. And then again, that view of the great room. I can't get over this. How wild is that view? So now as you see, this is the guest wing of the house where we have 7 bedrooms here. It's almost like your own personal hotel. Here's a quick peek. We're gonna take that down, but again, that is the largest elevator you can have in a residential home. But let's take a peek at the guest rooms here. Every single guest room has an ensuite bathroom, which is very important. Because then when you have your friends here, they can actually feel like they have their own space. They're not sharing bathrooms with anyone else. Then we have a long terrace, which connects every single guest room here. Look at this shot. We've got the sun chairs, and again, that view. Got to pop the shades on and just look at the range in the distance, the sound of the creek down below. We're not going to show every single one. We'll cut to a few B-roll shots because they're all pretty much identical, and they are all huge bedrooms. So we'll head back into this last one here. You can just get a little view for yourself of how big these spaces are. I mean, like, they're so big where they have like mini little living rooms in them. Actually, this bathroom is pretty sweet. Let's look at this one. Oh yeah, look at the light. Another freestanding soaking tub here, drenched in that eastern morning sunlight. So you could be in this bathtub here, sitting, soaking, getting the view from the tub. We're now at the very end of the hallway, so you can see that perspective looking back towards the great room behind me here. And then this guest room is actually pretty sweet. It's a little different than the rest. Decent size, but it has this indoor-outdoor sitting area here. So there's actually no heat in here, so this is more like an all-season room. And again, you can get that view of the slopes. You can see the gondolas going up and down the mountain. I just love how cozy this room is here. This is one of my favorite spots. So out of this bedroom, you get a shot of the stairwell, which leads down to the kitchen area and that little family room. But we're gonna make our way down the guest wing hallway just so you can get a feel that it really is like your own personal hotel here. And the house really is designed for entertaining, having family and friends over. But we're gonna take this elevator down now. Look at this. This is such a big elevator because typically in houses, the elevator is like really an afterthought. Welcome to the entertainment floor / more. There's actually a lot more this way. So this is the lower level kitchen here, which then leads to your outdoor space. At the end, there's a whole nother apartment inside this mega mansion. So a whole separate apartment right here. Full kitchen, your dining room, little hangout area with a TV. This is the first bedroom here. 2 twin beds for the kids or your least favorite friends. Ensuite bathroom in here as well. And then you've got a whole other bedroom on this side with a king size bed and ensuite bathroom. So this would be the 9th bedroom, I believe. I'm losing track at this point. I can't even drive home that, like, in New York, this apartment alone, this would be like, I'd say probably a $2.5 million apartment, like a 2-bedroom. And this is just in this house. It's the next level of wealth. Stairwell leading up to the kitchen area. And then if we make our way down this main hallway off of the elevator, we then have a powder room, which why not? Let's just take a little peek in here. Actually, this is not a powder room. This is a full-on bathroom with a pretty nice shower, steam shower. And then this is the main stairwell. We have another wet bar here in case that kitchen wasn't enough. And then right off of this little general hub area, check this out. You've got your home theater here. I really like the casual nature of this theater rather than your standard, stadium seating. This is more casual and really has that homey feeling in it. So back out of your theater, past the beanbag area, we've got your home gym, because of course this mansion has a home gym. You've got your free weights, your Peloton, wood weight treadmill, tonal machine right here. Then we have your game room. These are pretty epic. These are 80s classic arcade games here. We've got 2 of them. We've got your vintage pool table in the center here, some card tables, ping pong, and then what is it? Backgammon, I think this is?
Shuffleboard.
And then your shuffleboard. And the best part, we've got your outdoor dining room with seating for 10. And now we've got what I think is the most important part of this property is the actual land and this backyard space. And from this perspective, you can truly see the sheer size and that alpine architecture of this house. And this house has something very unique on the property. Off to my left, I want you to comment down below how much you think that this shed costs. So just go ahead and comment down below. This shed right here cost $5 million. This is a Prouvé shed. So after World War II, when Europe was totally bombed and destroyed, this is the original prefabricated home that they then sent out for people who they literally didn't have homes. And they could pop this thing up in a day. And we have one here on the property, which now serves as a dining hall. So this $5 million shed is essentially a living piece of history that has been turned into an art piece. I don't know about you, but I am a huge history buff, and having this on the property, as if that dining room up there wasn't enough, you've got this one now. Look at the view framed perfectly in these double doors of the mountain range. You've got the pines, the snow. I thought this was pretty wild because when I first saw this house on the property, I was like, why is there this old shack sitting on the land? And now you know. It's a $5 million shack. So we have a seating area here, your driveway which leads down from the main road, and then a staircase which takes us even lower down the hill, closer to the stream, which leads down to the pool house and your in-ground pool. So here we have the pool house, and now I'm gonna transport us back a few months when all this snow wasn't here and the aspens were peaking in that golden color. So now you can see the pool in all of its glory, fully built in-ground pool with a hot tub on the side, and you can really get a feel for how this is an all-season house. I really can't even pick a favorite season. The fall is beautiful. You can see from these drone shots just the dramatic change from those bright colors to now the snow everywhere, and the pool is drained. Now to really drive home the value of this property and where it comes from, we're gonna break it down. We've got the land, 6.5 acres in this neighborhood is pretty unheard of. Not to mention you have the river going right through your property. You've got the flats behind us here, which right now you could have horses, it's all fenced off. They plan to actually take out that fence, put some turf down, and potentially turn this into a wedding venue, which I can totally see. You could rent out the entire house for your family. Number 2 is the house. 15,000 square feet. Again, you can never build a house bigger than 10,000 square feet in Aspen for all time. So this is grandfathered in, and the price of this will only continue to climb. Then we have the proximity to the town and the mountain. As you can see from this drone shot, we are just a 5-minute drive from downtown Aspen. All the shopping, world-class restaurants, that crazy social scene that you see with basically Hollywood in the mountains. With all that said, this is one of the most unique houses in the Aspen area. I want you to comment down below, what's your favorite part of this? I mean, it's essentially like your own private hotel. For more information on this listing, you can click down below in the description of the video. I hope you're watching this, and with that, I will see you in the next episode.